Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a girl named Lily. Lily was known for her kind heart and gentle nature. Lily worked as a teacher at the local school. One summer, everything changed. A man named Daniel moved into the town. He was tall, with dark hair and bright blue eyes that seemed to hold many secrets. He was new to the town, and everyone was curious about him. Daniel had just finished university and decided to leave the hustle and bustle of city life behind. He hoped the quiet town by the sea would offer him peace and a fresh start. He rented a small house just a few streets away from Lily's and began working as a carpenter. Daniel was quiet and reserved, but there was a warmth to him that drew people in. Soon the townspeople began to like him, and it wasn't long before Lily noticed him too. One evening there was a small party hosted by some of Lily's friends. She wasn't sure if she wanted to go, but something inside her told her that she should. When she walked into the room, her eyes immediately found Daniel. For a moment it felt as if time had stopped. Their gazes met, and Lily felt a flutter in her chest. There was something about him, something she couldn't explain. His smile was gentle, and his eyes held a kind of depth she hadn't seen before. It was as if he could see right through her, and for the first time, Lily felt truly seen. As the evening went on, they started talking. They quickly realized they had a lot in common. They both loved the ocean and enjoyed the peacefulness of the town. Daniel was a good listener, and Lily found herself opening up to him in a way she hadn't with anyone else. He made her laugh, and there was something comforting about being around him. For the first time in a long while, Lily felt a connection she couldn't ignore. From that night forward, Daniel and Lily spent more time together. They would take long walks along the beach, talking about their past and their hopes for the future. Daniel shared stories about his life in the city, how he had felt lost in the fast-paced world, and how he longed for something simpler. Lily, in turn, talked about her love for teaching, her quiet life in the town, and how she had always dreamed of finding love but never thought it would come to her. As the days turned into weeks, Lily found herself falling deeper and deeper in love with Daniel. His kindness, his gentle nature, and the way he listened to her made her heart flutter every time they were together. She began to think that maybe, just maybe, she had finally found the person she had been waiting for all these years. But as time passed, Lily began to notice something was changing. Daniel, who had once been so open and warm, started to pull away. He became distant, quiet, and sometimes seemed lost in thought. Plans they had made would be canceled at the last minute, and when they spent time together, he seemed distracted, as if his mind was elsewhere. Lily tried not to think too much about it, but the feeling in her chest grew heavier with each passing day. She couldn't understand what was happening. One evening, after weeks of feeling unsure, Lily decided she had to talk to Daniel. She couldn't bear the silence between them any more. They sat on the porch of her house, watching the sunset, and Lily finally asked the question that had been weighing on her heart. "Daniel," she said softly, "what's going on? You've been distant lately. I don't understand. We were so happy." What happened? Daniel looked down at his hands, unable to meet her eyes. His shoulders slumped, and for a moment Lily thought he might not say anything at all. But then he sighed deeply and spoke in a low voice. "Lily," he began, "I care about you. I really do. But there's something I need to tell you. It's not something I wanted to say, but I can't keep it from you any longer. I'm moving away." Lily felt her heart drop. She stared at him in disbelief. "What do you mean, moving away?" she asked, her voice trembling. "But why? Why now? I thought we were building something together." Daniel's face twisted with pain. "I know, Lily. I didn't want to hurt you, but there are things I haven't told you, things I've kept secret, and I can't stay here anymore. I have to go." Lily was speechless. She couldn't understand. Everything had been going so well. They had shared their dreams, their fears, their hopes, and now it was all falling apart in an instant. She felt like her whole world was crumbling. "Please, don't leave," she whispered, her voice breaking. "We were happy. We were so happy together. Why are you doing this?" Daniel's voice was filled with regret as he spoke. "I never meant for this to happen. But there's someone else. I'm in love with someone else, Lily. I've been trying to ignore it, trying to push it away, but I can't anymore. And I can't stay with you knowing that I can't give you the love you deserve." Lily felt as if the ground had been ripped out from under her. The words felt like a blow to her chest. She had never imagined this. She had given him everything, her trust, her heart, and now it seemed as if it meant nothing to him. "Someone else?" Lily whispered, barely able to speak. "You're in love with someone else?" Daniel nodded, his face full of guilt and sadness. "I'm so sorry, Lily. You deserve someone who can give you all of their heart, but I can't give you mine." Lily didn't know what to say. She just sat there, staring at him, feeling as though her heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces. She had believed in their love, had thought it was real, and now it felt as if it had all been a dream that was slipping away. The next few days were some of the hardest of Lily's life. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. She spent hours walking along the beach, trying to make sense of what had happened. The pain was overwhelming, and she couldn't stop wondering what had gone wrong. How had she missed the signs? Why hadn't Daniel been honest with her sooner? Daniel left the town just as he had promised, and Lily was left alone, her heart broken and her spirit crushed. She went through the motions of her days, teaching, meeting with friends, but at night when she was alone, the pain was unbearable. It felt as though something had been torn from her, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't fill the emptiness. Months passed. Slowly, life began to move on. Lily tried to forget about Daniel, tried to push the memories of their time together to the back of her mind. She would see couples walking along the beach, hand in hand, and it would remind her of the love she had lost. Sometimes, when she closed her eyes, she would see Daniel's face in her dreams. and it would wake her in the middle of the night with a pang of sorrow. Then one day, while walking along the beach, Lily saw a familiar figure in the distance. Her heart skipped a beat as she recognized him. It was Daniel. He was standing by the water, staring out at the ocean. Lily wasn't sure what to do. She had spent so many nights wondering why he had left, wondering if she had done something wrong, and now here he was again. As she walked closer, Daniel turned around. His face looked different, older, more tired. He smiled softly when he saw her. But it was a sad smile, not the joyful one she remembered. "Lily," Daniel said quietly, his voice filled with regret. "I'm so sorry for everything. I never wanted to hurt you." Lily felt tears welling up in her eyes. She had carried this pain for so long, and now, seeing him again. It was as if all the emotions she had been holding back came rushing to the surface. "Why did you leave?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I loved you. I still love you. How could you just walk away from me?" Daniel looked down at the ground, his eyes filled with sorrow. "I wasn't ready to love you the way you deserved," he admitted. "I had to leave because I needed to figure out who I was. But leaving you, that was the hardest thing I've ever done." Lily looked at him, her heart still full of love, but she knew that things could never be the same again. "I can't be with you, Daniel," she said, her voice steady, though her heart was breaking. "I need to heal. I need to move on and find my own way." Daniel nodded, tears in his eyes. "I understand. You deserve someone who will love you the way you deserve to be loved. I'm so sorry." And so Lily turned away, walking away from the man she had loved, from the love that had slipped through her fingers. The pain didn't go away right away, but over time Lily began to heal. She learned that sometimes love doesn't turn out the way we hope. Sometimes people come into our lives only to leave when we least expect it. But she also learned that she was stronger than she thought. She had loved deeply, and though it hurt, she could survive. And so Lily moved on. She focused on her work, her friends, and family.